So, I have a problem. You see, one of the games of all time, Concord, dropped just 10 days ago. And I was excited to give it a try, but I was on vacation for a week. So when I get back 3 days ago, I finally hopped on it for the first time. Ready to attack this 100-hour platinum. I knew it was going to take some time, so I was in no rush, just casually playing for the first few days. Until it happened. PlayStation announced that Concord would be shutting down on Friday, September 6th, just 72 hours from that moment. I had a decision to make. Do I just move on and give up on the game just like PlayStation did to Concord, or do I defy the odds? Starting today, I have 72 hours to get the Platinum Trophy for... And if I don't get it before the 72 hours is up and the server shut down, I will be platinuming the top like comment, whatever the game is, no matter the difficulty or the length, I will be doing it. But before we begin our grind, let's start at the beginning when everything was a little bit simpler. So, let's begin with the basics. There are 52 trophies in Concord, including the Platinum. To complete the trophy list, I will need to get 50 elims and reach level 10 with all 16 Freegunners in the game, win 100 total games, and reach account level 100. Should be pretty easy, right? Well, I thought so too when I began this journey. Just play for a few hours a day and get this plat in 2 weeks or so. So that's what I did. We began by knocking off small trophy after small trophy. Trophies including getting 5 elims in a match, 2 elims without dying, and getting 5 elims in a row. I am flying through this list. As I begin to understand the game and how it flows, the more trophies I am popping. More simple miscellaneous trophies, but also beginning to chip away at some of our big grind. By September 2nd, I had already gotten 18 trophies. I was cruising, not a care in the world on my pace, just enjoying the game for what it was. And that was a damn good time. Okay, I woke up this morning, went onto Twitter, and I saw this immediately. I didn't want to look at it until I recorded it because I'm afraid I know what's coming. Let us see. An important update on Concord. Concord fans, we've been listening closely to your feedback since the launch of Concord on PS5 and PC. However, while many of the qualities of the experience resonated with players, we also recognize that other aspects of the game in our initial launch did not land the way we intended. Therefore, at this time, we have decided to take the game offline beginning September 6th and explore options including those that will better reach our players. September 6th, that's like 3 days! My whole plan went out the window. My casual playing wasn't gonna cut it anymore. I had to come up with a plan of attack if I even wanted to even see the Platinum Trophy. And the only way I was going to figure that out is by to play. I needed to set a pace. Find out how fast and much I could do in a single day, then try to replicate that for the next 2 days, which should then net me the Platinum Trophy. I began by going from one free gunner to the next, getting both their 50 eliminations and then getting level 10 right after. Each free gunner took about 2 hours to complete their challenges, with all the free gunners being very different from the last, so it took time to get used to their skill set, but I wouldn't let that stop me. And of course, as this is happening, we are slowly ranking up and up, completing weekly and seasonal jobs to get us major boost in XP as we go, which will also net us a trophy for completing 10 weekly jobs. I feel we're making a good pace. We finished the day out with playing our 100th game, getting us another trophy. At the end of day 1, we were at 25 out of 52 trophies. We had just hit level 43. We had 7 out of the 16 free gunners at level 10 and 6 out of the 18 at 50 eliminations. We were almost halfway out of every single thing we needed after just one full day of grinding. I felt really good going to bed at the end of day 1, but sadly, this is where our first massive problem hits. As we began day 2, I noticed a major issue. We have run out of weekly and seasonal challenges that were providing the bulk of our XP. And those challenges don't reset until after Concord shuts down the servers. So those weren't a viable option anymore. You see, the way the XP works in Concord is from levels 1 to 50, each level takes a little bit more to level up. Starting from pretty small amounts going all the way to 100,000 XP for level 50 and beyond. Each normal game earns you around 6,000 to 7,000 XP. So once I reach level 50, To get one level, it'll take on average 17 games. And with queue times in games averaging around 20 to 30 minutes, there was no way I was getting to level 100. I was panicking. I was doing research trying to find ways to maximize XP per game, but I came across a forum. I found a method. You see, Concord is a no respawn mode called Rivalry that I have stayed away from because I thought it wouldn't help me very much. You die one time, you can't respawn. How is that going to get me XP? But it turns out per game you earn 15,000 XP. And players in this forum have discussed jumping off the map to end games in 3 to 5 minutes, intentionally losing their games, but getting 15,000 XP very quickly. Meaning if we optimize, we could be earning up to 180,000 XP an hour. And while to some of you this may be shady, and while this isn't something I would normally do, I would consider this a dire situation with no other alternative. So we hopped in for the first time. Rivalry mode was my saving grace. We were back on track again. Trophies came rolling in, getting multiple Freegunners to level 10 while pushing our way to level 100. I knew the next day I was going to have to come back around and get those Freegunners their 50 eliminations, but that wasn't the concern now. My biggest issue though was the queue times. Even though I was getting lots of XP per game, it would take 15 to 30 minutes to find games at points, and my pace was slowing down, but I kept pushing through. By the end of the day, I had reached 34 out of the 52 needed trophies. Level 61, we got 14 out of the 16 Freegunners to level 10, and we did not progress any on getting the Freegunners to 50 eliminations. We have a lot of work to do tomorrow if we want to get this platinum trophy. We have a lot of tricks up our sleeve tomorrow, but I won't lie to you, I was a little discouraged. But as a wise man once said,
never back down, never give up.
Today was the final day. After today, there is no going back. The servers will shut down, and that platinum will be lost forever. Unobtainable after 14 days of going live. So let's make today count. To begin, I started messaging players in my games, trying to get them to squad up so we can get a 5-stack. This in theory would help us queue into games faster, as well as get the games done faster, meaning more XP. I was able to find some groups, but most quit after a game or two, and everyone just started calling it quits. But I can't do that. I started going for the rest of the 50 elim trophies. One by one we are grinding through these games, but that's when it started to happen. The servers became very unstable. Whether that was because they were slowly taking the servers offline, or I was matching with people across the world. 1 out of 3 games were unplayable. Some even crashed midway through. I just have to hope it goes away. I went back to Rivalry mode while the servers stabilized, and so I can get the final level 10 trophies I need. This was coming down to the wire. As we were reaching the evening, I knew I had to pick it up. I found a group that was willing to push through some of these levels with me. We got through the last few level 10 trophies and got seasoned crew for getting every single free gunner to level 10, but the job's not finished. We still need to get a few more eliminations, but the levels, we can't risk wasting any more time. It was 3 a.m. My eyes were burning. I was burnt out. Day after day, 11 plus hours of grinding each day. Can I even get this platinum? Or will this be one of my biggest regrets? I just need more time. I just need more time. 48 out of 52. That's where I finished at when the servers closed. I failed. I simply didn't have enough time. I look back at all the ways that I messed up, things that I could have done differently to give me a better chance to get this platinum, but at the end of the day, that doesn't change the past. But I tell you what, when those servers closed, it was bittersweet. It was sad to see a game that I actually had a lot of fun go so quickly. Regardless of what people say, I enjoyed Concord. Were there a lot of issues? Absolutely. But it was a game I genuinely enjoy, and I hope it comes back in the future. But this was the first time in a long time where I committed to something like this and stuck through till the bitter end, no matter the end result. If there is anything to take from this video, keep pursuing your dreams no matter what it takes. The only person in the entire universe that can stop you is you. I may have failed this challenge today, but I can assure you, this has only made me want to do more. I want to say thank you guys so much for watching. This game was an insane grind before the server shut down, and it only became a lot worse. lots of sleepless nights, but I enjoyed making this video for you guys. And if you guys enjoyed watching it, feel free to leave a like down below and subscribe if you guys are new. But make sure you guys leave down in the comments whatever game you guys want to see me platinum. Whatever the top like comment is, I will be doing it, no matter the difficulty, the length. As long as it's something that I can actually get and it's something that's actually possible, I will 100% do it. We'll do it by the end of the year, so make sure you guys comment down below. I appreciate you guys watching as always, and I'll see you guys again in another video. Peace.